Hello, my Caribbean people, and welcome to We Tap In interview segment. My name is Nadia Brancker, and guess who we have in studio with us today? Now, I'm going to give you a few hints. The Soca Queen of the Caribbean, the first Soca artist to ever be on the popular Breakfast Club. Now, she's also the first Barbadian Soca artist to be on We Tap In. Now, if you don't know who it is as yet, let me give you another hint. Faluma ding ding ding. I know you know now. Welcome, Alison Hinds. Alison! I'm so excited. How are you today?
I'm good. I love the intro. Love the intro. I love the Paluma ding ding ding. I love it.
Listen, if you don't know Faluma, you're not from the Caribbean, right?
True. Yeah, absolutely correct.
So, Alison, now, I think you said it has been about a year and a half since you've actually performed in front of actual people. Now, tell me how it feels to be back out there again.
It's an amazing feeling. It really is. As an artist that has grown up on the stage in front of audiences and and with a live band too, and not having to, it's weird performing in front of a camera, to be very honest, because the camera isn't going to scream, the camera isn't going to wave, it's not going to do any of those things, it's not going to sing along with you. So it's a very, very, I missed it. I really, really missed it. So it's been a truly, trually awesome experience.
Yeah, we could only imagine. Like for me, I miss going to a stage show to feel that energy. I mean, you watch it virtual, but to feel that energy coming from you, like I miss that. I know you all miss that. So tell us about. Right now, you're in Brooklyn. I think you just posted you were at a concert with Voice. So tell us a bit about the experience right now in Brooklyn and touring. Tell me a bit more about that.
Well, I'm in New York, moving all over New York, and it's been, I could not so far have wanted things to go much better than they already have. Getting the opportunity to be interviewed on the Breakfast Club was a very, very awesome experience. Having the opportunity not only to represent for Barbados, but to get the opportunity to represent for the region, and soca music, as a whole, was great. Performing at Angela Yee Day, again, that energy from the audience was absolutely crazy. And VP Records has had me working, let me tell you, doing all kinds of media and press, and because that's the main reason why I'm here. I'm here to do promo for my latest release, Go Gal.
I think Alison is going too fast for us. There's so much going on right now. So before we get into, because I have Go Gal here to talk about, before we get into Go Gal, just tell me, let's go back to Breakfast Club. And I want to repeat it again. Alison Hinds is the first soca artist to ever be on the Breakfast Club. Now, I just want to go back to when you heard, you were going to be on Breakfast Club, the feeling you had representing soca and the region. Just talk a bit more about that.
I honestly could not. Like, I couldn't believe it. Richard Liu, who's here with me right now from VP Records, it was between him and my management, because they both was like, we have great news for you. Like, we have news. And I'm like, what is it? It's like, you're confirmed for the Breakfast Club. And I couldn't believe it. I was like, y'all serious? Like, really? Like, for true? Like, it was surreal for me. It was very surreal, and exciting. And I was like, I've Angela Yee and Charlemagne the God. I was like, this is
amazing.
This is nuts.
Alison, they were just as excited to see you.
Yeah.
They know who you are.
Yeah. Yes, especially Angie. I mean, she's grown up in Brooklyn, so she's grown up hearing Caribbean music and reggae and dancehall and soca and so on. So she really gets it. Charlemagne, on the other hand, but the good thing is that he was very engaged, and he was willing to listen and to learn, and to learn a little bit more about what soca is, and who we are, and what our culture is, and our vibe and our energy. So I felt very welcome. I felt very comfortable, and it really felt like a conversation. It didn't feel like I was being interviewed. It felt like we were just having a conversation and talking about different things.
Yeah. And like for me as a Caribbean person, like it felt so good to see you, talking about soca, and always with the grace that Alison Hinds always brings to the interview. So I was very happy to see you on it as well. But
I'm glad. I mean, the excitement that I saw when we put up the clip that went up before the whole interview was up. Just when that clip went up, people lost their minds. Like the buzz was throughout the diaspora, and that's what was truly amazing for me, because that's the time that we as Caribbean people, we come together, we rally together when it comes to things like this. I mean, the Olympics just finished, the Jamaican team just annihilated. The women just annihilated everybody. It wasn't about being Jamaican. It was about being Caribbean. And we all rallied behind the Jamaican team. And so it was an awesome feeling to see that and to feel that coming. I saw Bajans, of course, across the world were making it known how proud they couldn't wait. They were waiting for the whole interview. Congratulations. It was definitely it's been a very proud moment for me to be able to represent on such a huge platform.
And let's continue to take soca to the world, which is very important for all of us here in the Caribbean. Now, we're going to come off a bit about the Breakfast Club and go into Go Gal. Now, coming out of lockdowns, and I saw Go Gal and the video, and it was sexy, it was dynamic.
Hot like fire, don't get burned with it. Drop it to the ground, don't care. Turn and I turn and I turn with it. Gonna be the wine, get away with it. Like fire, go burn, so don't play with it. Yes, go gal, go gal, go.
Tell me a bit about the song, a bit about the video, because Go Gal is hot. So tell me a bit about this song.
Thank you. Yes. As my daughter said to me, Mom, this song is pure fire. It's fire, Mom. My 17-year-old, I'm like, oh.
When your 17-year-old tell you that, you know it good.
Exactly.
Yeah. So were you preparing for this during the lockdown? Like, what gave you this energy in such a difficult time?
I think actually it came to me at a really good time, because things had come out already with the vaccine and people getting vaccinated, and the talk was all around the world about the world starting to reopen, and people starting to get some semblance of normality, or something along those kind of lines. And so you felt like there was an awakening, of the world as a whole. Everybody's at different levels, but at least there was a little bit of light at the end of the road, even if it's still a small light, but it's a light that's at the end of the road. And Edwin Howell from VP Records called me up, and he and I have been friends for a long time. And he hit me up and he said, Alison, I have this rhythm that I want to send to you. I want you to listen to it. Tell me if you like it. But I really want you to put something on this music. And the music is actually produced by Chris Allman of Slam City from out of Barbados. So when I sent it to the team, and everybody felt, yeah, this music is hot. And that VP was willing to to give support, to be a part of, to create this project, I was like, all right, let's do this. And so we got two writers. It was actually two Trinidadian writers, a male and a female, who wrote the song Go Gal. So we already have that Bajan Trini combination. We already got that Caribbean energy going from the beginning. And then when the song came to me, I felt like, yeah, this song definitely has something to it. It has something special. And I actually recorded by Slam Cities. So I recorded with Chris. And we both felt that after I had put down the vocal and so on, that this had something. It definitely had the fire. It definitely had the fire.
Feel good energy that you want to get out of your car. No, I said it has that feel good energy that you want to get out of your car and just dance.
Exactly that. And in production, and it going through the different stages, I listened to it each time it went through little changes and little things. And once we got the final product and we sent it to VP was on board from the beginning. And that to me is really important, having all the teams involved believe in the project, not only believe in the project, but believe in the song and the artist. And that is exactly what it is with VP, because they came on board with everything up. They were like, yes, Alison, this song, it has all the right elements. You are who you are as the queen of soca. So, let's roll with this. Let's get this machine rolling. And, that's what we've been doing since we released the song.
And if you haven't seen it yet, the video, if you haven't listened to the song yet, please go and listen to Go Gal. It is hot. It feels good for the summer. Now, also, another question I had for you, Alison. You have been in business. You have been in this industry for years. I want to talk about, you have a new energy. And also, I want to talk about longevity in this business. It is not an easy business to be in, and especially for a female soca artist. So, first question, there's a new energy we are feeling from you, and how do you keep popular, and how do you keep out there in this difficult business?
I surround myself with all kinds of people from all kind of different age groups. I love working with young producers and writers and anybody that is innovative and excited and that kind of stuff, because that's a part of who I am. I don't, nothing in music should be stagnant. Music has to continue to evolve and it has to change. And as the music is evolving, we as artists also have to evolve. So the Alison that would have come out in the early 90s is different to the Alison in the early 2000s, is different to the Alison now. And the reality is we're all getting older. Nobody has Benjamin Button's disease. You understand? We're not aging backwards. We're going forward. And so you have to take all of those things into consideration. As you're getting older as an artist, how do you tweak and reinvent yourself? If you don't reinvent yourself as an artist, yes, you will be dated and you will be left in the dust, basically, because everything is going to go and leave you. And so with it's, and it's not just me. I have a team, and so myself and my team, we work together. We work hand in hand. We understand the road that we're going and how we're going to get there. And my management team is all about, continuing to develop the artists and continuing to expand the brand. And they understand who their artist is and what caliber of artist I am. And so all of those things have to be taken into consideration. So it's something that for any like new artist that's coming onto the scene, whether it's soca, whether it's dancehall or whatever genre, and you want to be in this, you want to have longevity, the way to do that is it doesn't happen by accident. You can't just have, 2 or 3 popular songs and then that's it, your career is made. You have to strategize. You have to sit and plan stuff and understand, okay, this is the first step, then we go on to this step, and then we continue on, from there. I mean, there are times when an artist kind of like comes out of the gate real hot, and it can be a blessing, it can be a curse. The first real major song that I had was Ragamuffin as my first like real hit that went across the region and so on. And at that time, being in square one, we then thought, okay, we've done this. I made history as the first woman to win Road March. So I've done all of that with this first like real hit. And then it's like, okay, you can't be a one-hit wonder. So now we gotta go back and say, all right, we now gotta put in the work. Like we now have to make sure and do stuff. So it is, there's more to it than just throwing a song out there or throwing out a video or throwing out 12 songs and hoping, fingers crossed, Lord, one gonna stick. People gonna like one of them. They might like two. Like, no, it has to be purposeful.
Not to bring any male-female war, but do you think it is easier for a male soca artist to continue to be relevant? It seems like, you put on a beard, it change up a bit, and it's okay. For a woman now, in terms of being on stage and, being sexual. So do you think it's still harder for a female soca artist to be relevant? Do you think the men have it just easier?
It can be more challenging just because there are still double standards in place. In terms of, a guy could go bald, get gray, all of that, and still be able to step out on the stage and, be popular and be successful. Whereas, females are expected to look like they did when, they were 19 kind of thing. And, but I think that's something that, we as females in the business, we have to embrace all these stages. I'm the first female soca artist, soca star to be out there, and now there's we have Destra, and we have Fayan, and we have Nadia, we have Patrice, we have the younger set, we have Nessa, we have Nyla, we have all of these beautiful women who have, come into their own and they're creating their own space. But there's so much that is put on how we look and if we're fit and if we're not. And, I went through it after I had my daughter, and I gained weight after having her. And, it's unrealistic for women to be expected to look exactly the same as they did before they had a child. Every woman is different. No woman is the same. Some women do revert pretty quickly. Other women don't. And so mine was a struggle. And there were people, out there that were, that had a lot of negativity and a lot of different things to say. And it was like, it was like, why am I having to deal with this? And it was also coming from females.
Yeah.
So,
what about my craft? Like I can sing.
Correct. So that is something I think that is an ongoing struggle. That is something that we just have to continue to work on.
Okay. Moving forward, now what else can we expect from Alison Hinds in music? I also heard that you are releasing, I think it was a hairline. I'm not sure, but what's next for you, Alison?
Yeah, I'm looking at expanding the brand, going into beauty, looking at having my own braid line, faux locks, and
Yours look lovely here right now.
thank you very much. So I'm looking at that. I'm an ambassador for Caribbean Apparel, which is a clothing company that is based in Boston. So for those who haven't gone to the site as yet, CaribbeanApparel.com, if you go there and you purchase anything on the site, the Unity jackets, the t-shirts, the hats, whatever, and you put in my code, Alison21, one L in Alison, ALISON, and the number 21, you will get an instant discount.
Oh yeah, Caribbean. What is it again? CaribbeanApparel.com, correct?
Correct. And the code is Alison21. You input that code on anything, and let me tell you, the quality of the clothes on Caribbean Apparel, what they make is awesome. The quality of the clothing is very, very high. So,
and we know Alison always looks good. So check it out, CaribbeanApparel, right? .com.
Correct.
You're going into beauty, and what else? Are you touring some more?
I am. Gonna continue my U.S. tour. So I'll be around New York and Florida and different places. And I'm excited to be back out on the road again. It is an exciting time right now, having a new song and getting out there and pushing to get the single and the video and stuff out there, and having new music, because I hadn't released anything basically for the last year and a half or so. I hadn't released anything since late 2019, and we felt that this was a good time to be able to put something new and fresh out there.
Now, since we're talking about new and fresh, I'm going to ask Alison if she will sing a bit. I don't know if she will. I'm going to ask Caribbean people if she will sing a bit of Go Gal for us. Is that even possible?
I think so.
Woo! All right. Whenever Alison is ready, a little bit of Go Gal.
Turn and a turn with it. Show off the thing, you go work with it. If it hot like fire, don't get burned with it. Drop it to the ground, don't gal. Turn and a turn with it. Kill her with the vibe, get away with it. Like fire, go burn, so go play with it. Yes, go gal, go gal, go.
Woo! Go gal. Woo! Thank you, Alison. I want get up and roll it too. Thank you so much. Now I just want to tell everyone here, all of our Caribbean people, we're very proud of Alison Hinds. Alison, I want to say again, was the first soca artist on the Breakfast Club, and she continues to represent the region and soca. Thank you, Alison, for being on We Tap In interview segment.
Thank you for having me. I truly appreciate it. Thank you.